Hey everyone, welcome back to GhostyPlans. So I have been thinking about this video for a long time. I have notes written about it, and then a planner tuber that I follow, Crow Designs, I'll link her channel down below and I'll tag her in it. She made a video about this too, and her thoughts were amazing, but I'm going to share my original thoughts that I've written out in this. Okay, so I have a stack of notebooks. Let's just get everything out of the way. So starting with a traveler's notebook system is not the easiest for some people, and I watch Sam Plans her videos and how she's trying Traveler's Company out for the first time, and how it's kind of making her scared because it's the change of system. She's in rings a lot and she's in moleskin a lot, and so I just want to share my experience a little bit with my TN system and what and my perspective of what can help you guys. So my first TN ever was a Chic Sparrow B6 Duchess, and I used that thing so fast. Like, I got right into it, Stylogy, everything. But I only use a Stylogy and then a monthly book. And spoiler alert, that's what I use now, is my whenever things get out of hand, because things can easily get a little bit crazy with all the inserts. I always go back to a journal and then a monthly. If I have those two things, everything else kind of falls into place in my life. So first difficulty I had when choosing a TN is the size. So this is a pocket, but I have one size of TN in every size except B6 Slim. So this is A5, and it's an A5 Leuchtturm, or you can get a wide TN that fits moleskin, or you can get a standard TN, which is your standard traveler's notebook, or you can get personal, or pocket, or passport. And there's B6, B6 Slim, and all that, but I don't have B6 stuff with me right now. These are the sizes that you can get. And with all these sizes, it's like, how do you choose the right TN size? So part of what helps me decide on the size is what brand of notebook do I want to use, because not all the brands carry all the sizes. So I have my notes right here. So Traveler's Company only carries two sizes. They carry standard and passport. And then Chic Sparrow makes covers for all the sizes that you can possibly want. They also include pockets, so this is a Pocket Plus, and it's pocket size, but it has 6 strings instead of 4, and it has pockets right here and a pen loop. And I love Chic Sparrows because of this design. Like, their pockets, their secretarial pocket, and the pen loop, I really love their sleek design. And some makers are just leather, some makers are faux leather, some makers are cloth. It just depends on what you want. I personally love leather. I really love leather traveler notebooks, just because I started with a leather traveler's notebook, I just have an affinity for how the book ages and scratches and stuff like that. But that could be another reason why you would choose a maker, is do their leather scratch? How well does it look after they scratch? Like this is a Darcy, actually it's a Drummond, but it's the Austin leather, and it scratches really easily. It shows everything. And do you like that? With Traveler's Company, they age so beautifully, but if that's not what you like, then don't get it. You know, this is a Traveler's Company, and Traveler's Company doesn't have any pockets, and it only has one string. So at most you could fit in 3, maybe 4 inserts if you're really trying. It has a bookmark, and it has this little brass clip on it. Do you like that? Do you like that there's no pen loop? Do you like how the leather wears? And it's just, and then we have Planner Perfect and all the other leather makers that have their own design. So it's like, what price point do you want to start at? And for a beginner, I'd recommend going on a buy sale trade group and getting your covers off buy sale trade, because if you commit to a size that you don't like, you spent a lot of money on it. And I have one of each size, one TN cover of each size except B6 Slim, and I collected most of my covers off the buy sell trade group, and I found out that I don't like some sizes. I don't like the A5. Sometimes I love the wide, sometimes I don't, and I like to hop through different sizes. So that could be another thing. Like, do you planner hop in different sizes at different times? And then one of the big things that I still have trouble with today is, do you want to get a notebook for an insert, or do you want to get an insert? Inserts are thinner and lighter and have less pages. Notebooks have more pages. Some are hardcover, some are soft cover, and it just depends on how you want it to fit inside your traveler's notebook. So, and then with inserts, it's like, what do you want the inside? Do you want it blank? Do you want it grid? Do you want it lined? And then what paper do you want? Do you want the Sterling ink paper, the Hobonichi paper, or the Midori paper, or the printer paper, or whatever paper you want? What do you want in your paper? Do you want it to be mixed media friendly or fountain pen friendly, or are you just gonna write with pencil or ballpoint pen, and that can take anything? Like, there's so many things that go on with choosing a traveler's notebook that it makes the entry a little bit stressful for people. And for me, I say get one size, stick with it for at least 6 months. 6 months is generally the time that the inserts fill up, or you can just buy just the insert, and carry this around and see if you like the insert or the notebook size. See if you like the notebook size. Just carry it around with you, see if you like it, and see if you need to get a traveler's notebook for it. I recommend traveler's notebook for people who have multiple notebooks. Some people only have one notebook to rule them all, and in the periods of my life I have been there, but now I like to separate out with inserts things that I like. Do you want your inserts to have the pre-printed monthlies, or do you just want you to make the monthlies, or do you want the weeklies, or do you not want the weeklies? Or, you know, it's a lot. So what I like to do is I like to sit down and say, okay, what do I know about me? I do not like notebooks over 200 pages. I like soft cover notebooks. I like inserts, and I like these kinds of papers. And then I say, okay, what brands best fit me? And I really love the Travelers Company inserts because they just work well with the medias that I do. So I do watercolor and marker and Tombows and brush letters, and I do some paint and some highlighters, and the Travelers Company has always, this paper has always been amazing for all of that. And then it's how chunky are you going to chunk it up? Are you going to add the washi? Are you going to add the stickers? Are you going to add pictures? Because the inserts might be better suited for that as it gets chunky, whereas this is going to really bulk up and take up a lot of room if you put it in a TN. So, and then along with what inserts to buy is, should you buy any extras? So should you buy, like for Travelers Company, it has no pockets or no pen loop. So should you buy a craft folder and stick a pen loop on it? Should you buy the zipper pouch or something like that to hold your ephemera and stuff? Because this has nothing, whereas the Chic Sparrow and Planner Perfect and a lot of others have pockets for you to put stuff in. And is that a deal breaker to you? Do you like that? Do you not? And then there's the FOMO of other brands releasing. So Hobonichi comes out, and Hobonichis don't, in my opinion, do not fit well in, they don't fit well in Traveler's Notebook. They're just too chunky, and some people love them in their Traveler Notebook, but for me, I'm an insert person, and every Hobonichi year, I feel FOMO because I love the covers, I love that, but I am in a TN. I know myself, and I know that I love my Hobonichi 5-year, but I don't want to get a Hobonichi planner. Now, the A6 planners do fit in an A6 TN a lot better, and the A5s fit in an A5 TN, but I don't like the A5 size, and A6 size is fine, except I prefer pocket if I'm gonna go small. So it just depends on you and all these questions that you have to start with a Traveler's Notebook. So you're probably freaking out, but I'm telling all of you guys because this whole problem about getting into TN can be fixed with one question. And what is your intention? So what is your intention with your Traveler's Notebook? So for instance, I knew that I wanted a Traveler's Notebook because I had creative writing in one notebook, notes in another notebook, and a journal in another notebook. And when I was out and about, I would bring one notebook and not have the other two, and then want the other two, but I couldn't bring them because they were so bulky and it took up all my whole bag, and it just got really heavy, and 3 notebooks wouldn't fit in any of my purses. And so I thought, I was just like, wouldn't it be so nice if I could have 3 notebooks in one notebook? And I asked my husband that, and I was like, does that even make sense? Like, have 3 notebooks in one notebook? And he's like, why don't you just section out a notebook? And I'm like, because you're gonna run out of pages. What if I use 60 pages of journaling before I use 60 pages of creative writing, before I use and inserts make the world go round. That's why I really dove into Traveler's Notebook. Is when I was in the B6, I loved the cover, I loved the Chic Sparrow cover that I got, and I loved the Nostalgia, but I just wanted to separate out things, and the strings in the B6 gave me, I could add inserts as I needed them and take them out as I filled them. And that's what I love. I found out that B6 isn't really my size right now, so I don't have anything B6 besides what I've already filled up, but I'm loving pocket right now and I'm loving narrow right now. And I think it's because of my intention. So when you think about getting a traveler's notebook, you have to have your intention. Why are you doing this? Why are you getting it? What purpose is it going to serve you? If you want to plan in it, then you might want to get like a pocket planner that can go in here. I have the Sterling Ink pocket planner that already printed because I hate printing out or making my own monthly calendars. So I know every year I'm going to buy a monthly, whether that's in pocket size or traveler's notebook narrow size. I'm going to buy a monthly, and in every TN I have a monthly. It's just I have to have a monthly always, because I hate drawing them out. Now you might like drawing them out, so if you want to draw them out, you wouldn't need a pre-printed one, you know. And then I have creative writing. I always want to carry around a notebook where I can jot down ideas with me. And then I always need a folder full of stuff. So this is just the Paper Republic folder, and this usually houses stickers and washi, and then in the back it holds book notes and stuff, like my creative writing notes. And this is where all my storage goes, because I like to collect paper bits. Like I have a pile of paper bits right here that I just took out, and so it's been great. And then I've been doing morning pages and field notes, so I have my morning pages in here, and then at the end of this I have my journal. So for the video sake, I put in the Sterling Ink Pocket 200 page notebook, but I don't know if I'm going to actually use this notebook or an insert. I'm still like going back and forth if I should use this notebook, a Sterling Ink insert, or a field notes. And that's why I thought of making this video, because it's like sometimes you have so many options, but my intention for this insert is to be a journal. So I was thinking that maybe a thicker book would last a bit longer. So that's why I just finally decided on this. It's not decorated or anything yet. So that is my purpose for this TN. And that is why I'm in a TN, is because it houses all these things that I need. So when you start with getting a traveler's notebook, you need to be intentional about it. And maybe not get the highest end inserts. Start with the medium or even the lower cost, if you're, depending on what pen you use. I totally recommend Traveler Company inserts. You can cut them down from standard to personal or whatever. I've cut them down. I've put them in rings. I've done everything because I love that paper so much. Or do you want the Sterling Ink insert? That costs a little bit more, but you get the best paper, and it just depends. So your intention, and then how much money are you going to spend? How much money are you willing to spend? Can you find something on the buy sale trade groups? Or do you want to buy brand new? I bought a couple of my notebooks brand new for the experience, because a lot of my Chic Sparrows are from the buy sale trade, but sometimes you just want the experience of getting your own traveler's notebook. When I buy from Traveler's Company, I like to buy new because I like to have that patina be me. Whereas in Chic Sparrow, I like them used because they already come scratched, and my Chic Sparrows, I'm terrified of getting scratched. So if I can already get it scratched and used, then I don't have that fear anymore. I got my Paper Republic brand new because I wanted to see how this ages by myself, and I am not precious with it. It has many scratches and dents and stuff, and I think that's gorgeous. So it just depends on your intention, how much money you want to spend, and how this system can work for you. And if it can't work for you, that is totally okay. There's going to be another system that works for you in this planner community. It does not have to be a tan. Just because other people are using it doesn't mean it needs to be you. And I have learned that with the Hobonichi. Just because everyone is crazy about Hobonichi this time of year doesn't mean that I need to be, because I know that I like my tan system and I'm happy in my tan system, and that's where I need to be for now. So if this video was helpful to you, like, comment, subscribe, let me get your thoughts, and check out Crow, her video down below. I don't know her real name, I'm sorry. I just barely subscribed to her a couple weeks ago. So I'll link her stuff down below, and you should go check out her video because she also has great points to make too. And I will see you in my next video.